Good evening, good evening. I know it's been a minute, man, but serious times in my life. Let me tell you something I've learned after years in business and entrepreneurship and watching people build success. The men who create lasting success, I'm talking about the real business builders, not the ones performing for social media, almost always have an intelligent woman in their corner. And that's not a coincidence. A lot of men are looking for someone who looks good standing beside them. But the wiser men, I'm talking about the wiser men, are looking for someone who makes them better. Because beauty might open a door, but wisdom helps you decide whether you should walk through it. And I've learned this personally. There have been times when I was excited about a business opportunity, or times that I was convinced it was the right move on paper. See, on paper, sometimes it's not really what it is in reality, and everything looked perfect. But a woman close to me, at times it was my wife, at other times it was a female business associate who asked me just a few simple questions and pointed out things that I completely missed. She wasn't looking at spreadsheets. She was reading people and energy and intentions, and character. And, looking back at that, that insight saved me. It saved me from making costly mistakes. And that's what mature men understand that. When you building something meaningful, you don't just need agreement. You don't need somebody who's just going to agree with everything that you say. You need somebody who's going to stress test it, perspective. You need someone who can see what you're too close to see. Someone who can challenge your blind spots, sharpen your thinking, and someone who helps, make better decisions. And to the women listening, your intelligence is not something to hide. Your standards are not a problem. Your ability to think critically is not intimidating to the right man, because a lot of you women are really the ones who be behind these Fortune 500 companies. The wrong man may want you to shrink, but the right man, he wants you to expand. He wants you to shine. He wants you to be your very best. He wants you to be excellent, because a man who's truly building a legacy isn't searching for decoration. He's searching for a partner whose presence adds value long after the introductions are over. So, in this day and time, it's all about value, what you can add, because, it's a lot of pretty women, it's a lot of smart women, but what kind of value comprehensively? The strongest relationships, they're not built on attraction alone. They're built on respect, and the smartest men know the difference.